This is the Earthscraper, a concept from BNKR Architecture based in Mexico City. Proposed to be built in Mexico City's main square, the design was approximately 300 meters deep with 65 floors. It had a large open central column to provide daylight and ventilation. The proposal was created due to a growing demand for housing in a city with height limits as little as 20 meters in some areas. This limit is in place so large modern skyscrapers don't overshadow the historic buildings across the city. The project was planned to have not only residential units, but museums, retail, and office spaces, all stacked beneath a large glass ceiling. But this wasn't the first vision regarding underground buildings. The idea dates back to the early 1900s when Eugene Renard, a famous French architect who was known for protecting Paris's historical buildings and advocating for larger parks. His idea wasn't for earth scrapers, but for more than just like one basement. He proposed not only for homes underground, but infrastructure like transportation and utilities, much like modern subway systems. These were the first serious underground urban plans, but the earliest Groundscaper concepts came from Japan in 1931. Published in Everyday Science and Mechanics, the proposal saw a 35-story cylindrical building going underground with a large mirror to reflect sunlight down. For the next 70 years, engineers became more capable of underground projects, like subways, underground malls, military facilities, and deep parkades. Projects like the Intercontinental Shanghai Wonderland came up, and although it's not completely buried, it showed that large underground buildings were feasible. Then, in 2011, the Earthscraper was proposed, and it gained worldwide attention, but it stayed as a concept. There are major engineering challenges with this project, starting with how would you even excavate a hole like this? Not only will this stage likely cost billions alone, there are some technical issues like transporting the material, excavating an extremely large area, building huge retaining walls, and doing all of this around existing infrastructure. Mexico City also sits on the bed of the former lake Texcoco, where groundwater and soft soil create major challenges. This structure would have to deal with immense water drainage, hydrostatic pressure against the walls, and heavy rainfall on the glass roof. Fire safety and emergency evacuation is almost impossible in a structure like this. Just imagine evacuating 65 underground floors, long stair climbs, elevator failures, difficulty for firefighters reaching lower levels, and the emergency planning will need to be extremely complex. Structural integrity also becomes impossible under the enormous pressure from the surrounding ground. Engineers would need extremely thick and strong walls and foundations capable of resisting soil movements and somehow earthquakes due to Mexico City's seismic activity. These problems are just a few of the many with this concept. Some more include lack of sunlight on lower levels, ventilation, psychological effects, and economic viability. The Earthscraper is not impossible with today's engineering knowledge, and many of the problems have solutions, but the real issue is that all of these problems occur simultaneously, making the building extraordinarily expensive and complex. So the Earthscraper doesn't fail because engineers can't build underground. It struggles because every meter deeper makes construction, lighting, ventilation, safety, and cost exponentially harder, once the advantages of going underground begin to disappear. If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe and comment if you want more videos like this one.